So are traditional banks experiencing creative destruction by the entrepreneurs who are building up the new crypto banks? And what are some of the best practices when doing that? Our panelists have an incredible wealth of combined experience, and I look forward for them to hopefully offer some insight into these questions. So please welcome on stage Johann Luthra, serial entrepreneur, angel investor, and founder of EL Group International. Julian Wilson, who you just heard, entrepreneur and product owner, Group Innovation at Barclays. Brian Taylor, managing director at BTA Consulting. And Plamen Russev, serial entrepreneur, investor and goodwill ambassador to digital affairs in Bulgaria. The moderator's seat will go to Johann Gevers, founder of the Swiss crypto finance ecosystem, Crypto Valley, as well as of the company Monetis. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the panel. You all over here have a great time and a lot of fun, and you take it away.
Thank you very much, Sue. Well, this is a very interesting topic, and we've got exactly the right people to talk about it. We've got a representative of the old guard, traditional banks, Julian. We've got a guy who's starting a crypto bank, Evan. We've got a consultant who will make money whichever way it goes. And we've got an investor who may listen to the consultant and what to invest in. So, something that is of interest to me is Bitcoin has been out for 10 years, but we don't actually, to my knowledge, have a major success story in crypto banking yet. So the old guard must be doing something right, and the new guys are missing some pieces. So let's start there. Julian, what do you think the old banks are doing well that the new guys have to learn from?
So I'm guessing, I mean, you're not implying that we're doing anything that's preventing the uptake, are you? You're just saying it's not being uptake. Well, I suppose, as a means of payment, there are four fundamental problems. There's the fungibility, there's the performance, there's the lack of governance, and there's the fourth one that I've forgotten. But what I think...
do you want to just go into those briefly so the audience knows what you mean?
Yeah. In fact, I listened to a YouTube thing just on Friday. Gavin Wood and Vlad Zanfir, two giant brains in this space, were talking at the W3C conference about governance in the Bitcoin and Ethereum worlds. And one of the questions which staggered me, and in terms of the fact that it had to be asked, was, do you actually think that governance should allow a state change? And that suddenly dawned on me. That was a serious question. It was being debated at the World Trade Council. Anyone who doubts what the answer to that question is needs to go to a Barclays call centre and listen to the little old person who can't pay for their food because somebody's fraudulently used their card, they've got no idea about it. We affect a state change straight away without necessarily knowing if you'll ever get the money back. So those are the things that banks do on a daily basis, in and out, up and down the country, all banks, which are fundamental to have trust in means of payment. When I get paid on Friday, I need to pay my mortgage on Monday. I don't need to check the exchange rate.
So Evan, what do you say to that?
So I'm already running a crypto investment bank for about over a year now. When I say investment bank, we don't manage people's money for them, right? Because to me, the whole idea of blockchain and the original idea for Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer transaction, for which the 10th anniversary is coming 2 days later, I believe that why do we have to pay a bank to manage our own money? It doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather do a peer-to-peer trust, and to me that's a much better system. Yes, there are a few people who would get fraud, but then that's on them. The others should not be responsible for the faults of a few. That's what I would say, and I don't see why every time I go to the ATM and take money out, I have to pay a fee when it's my money I'm taking out. I don't know why there's a foreign transaction fee of sometimes up to 10-15% of doing transactions for one card in a different country. It doesn't have to be. And I think we're seeing a shift already. And banks are run by a few people and who manipulate, right? And they try to manipulate people to work it their way. The whole idea of distributed governance that blockchain and Bitcoin give us, that's what excites me. because now we have a chance to get power back to the people. Everybody can have a share in how they're governed, in how they're banked, and we finally have a chance to bank the unbanked, which the old banks couldn't do for so many years. I mean, they've been out there for decades and decades, they couldn't make it happen.
So what's the reason for that? I mean, obviously the banks want to make money. So if there's all these millions of people, billions of people that don't have a bank account, why are the old banks not doing that? What's holding them?
Because they were not built to do it in a way. From the basic framework has never been built in a way to support those masses whose cost per user is probably higher than they keep in the banks.
Yeah, it's what I said earlier in the previous thing. It's the cost of the systems to support the way we do business is not justified by purely the net interest margin model in low value, in countries where the currency value is low and the average wages are low. Hence why people say you have to have certain money.
Brian, do you agree that cost is the thing that's been holding traditional banks back from servicing the unbanked?
Yeah,
or are there other factors?
Cost and accessibility and distribution was alluded to in one of the earlier panels, so where they gave some statistics on ATMs per 100,000 of population. So if you look at, say, for example, East Africa, where this whole problem has been solved through mobile, where basically your phone is a wallet, not a digital wallet in the way we are talking about it today, but a wallet embedded into your SIM. Now, if you look at, say, Kenya, 85% of GDP is processed across mobile, B2B, B2C, C2C. And in Tanzania, it's a slightly lower number, and Uganda, a slightly lower number. But the reality is, because there's in excess of 100% distribution of mobile phones, and they've converted them to being wallets, where you can load up the phone either and use it to make phone calls or make commercial transactions or send money to each other, then unfortunately the banks can't compete because the banks don't have the distribution capability. And so therefore technology does have a role. But in that particular instance, I would say there's a difference between that model and what we're talking about today, which is that I believe there are no instances of hacking and theft of money on those wallets, and there's not large amounts, although the total sum is huge, and the volume that goes through is huge, but the individual resting amount on the accounts is not massive. Whereas in contrast, a lot of the crypto-based solutions are insecure, and there have been huge amounts of theft. And I think one is not going to replace the new crypto-based models are not necessarily going to replace the legacy models until the security and reliability and performance and all of those aspects are improved.
So this is a very interesting example that you mentioned in East Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, and so on, that they are not a traditional bank. In fact, it's the phone company running it.
It's Vodacom.
Yeah, it's Vodacom.
Yeah.
But it's also not crypto, so it's kind of an in-between thing.
It's cash.
And what you're saying is the traditional guys cannot compete, and crypto cannot compete either. There's a kind of a third thing that's solving the cost problem and the security problem.
Yes, so the transaction costs are below SMS rates, or if you've got a package deal, it's effectively free. And so whereas the banks, they charge, well, you lose money, because as soon as you deposit money in a bank in East Africa, you get charged money, and therefore you've got less money than you started out with. So it is a different model which has worked extremely successfully, based around the distribution of mobile phones. And it's also built with a regulatory framework so that and in fact, the banks don't lose out because the telcos have to put the money with a bank. So they collect all the money from poor individuals, and they then bank it in a trust account with the banks. And so for example, in Tanzania, in about 60 or 70 years, the banks have got a penetration rate of about 2.6 million accounts, whereas the mobile penetration is about 40 million accounts in 7 years. So it's massive. And I think the model has been exported to India.
Interesting. I mean, what I wanted to touch on and say is that there's not really you can't really differentiate when you say traditional banks and non-crypto or something else. It's basically a step-by-step process, right? We're all trying to fix a system. The traditional banks came first, and then they moved digital. And eventually, at the end of the day, blockchain and crypto is just a glorified distributed ledger. That's all it is, right? So that's probably step 3 to solve more efficient and make the system a little bit more efficient. But they're going the right way, and that's what's eventually happening. The traditional banks have to adapt to that, or they will not survive. So what the banks they're doing there, they're already taking the next steps. They're already building that way. Probably eventually they will also distribute governance to these people through this exact systems, which will probably be so much better on a blockchain or a distributed ledger. It doesn't have to be a blockchain. I've seen technologies come and go, and probably blockchain is just another technology. And I'm already investing in companies which are alternative distributed ledgers, but not a blockchain. So the token is basically makes the system a little bit more efficient. That's what it comes down to. But the digital is the big push here. Again, that's what the traditional banks have to worry about.
Plamen, what's your view on this? What do you think are some of the hurdles that need to be solved? We've talked about some here. Do you see any others? For example, do we need the cooperation of central banks? Do we need regulators to step in? Do we need to have legal tender cryptocurrencies and so on?
I think there are two sides of the story. The first one is the value chain creation, which obviously is shifting. And that shift creates new realities. So basically, what innovation is all about is something that's been making you successful in the past will kill you in the future. So that's where innovation comes. About the traditional and crypto and all other banks, how we call them, I don't care. We know there is an elephant. Whether it's called pink or orange or black, who cares? The value here is what happens to the single most important value, it's our data. Banks forget about the fact that they work with my money and they don't pay me for this. It's my choice. It's everybody's choice. We can not put our money in the banks, right? The question is what they do with our data and why our data is not getting paid for. Because there is nothing more important than the data in this value chain. Banks know everything about each and every customer of theirs. They know their whole life. Every step during the day, every step during their business cycle, they know everything. This data is used for different reasons. Some of them we might not only can think of, but not know. That's where the biggest challenge comes. How in the future the data shall be monetized. And that's where the big disruption will come. Whether the tool is crypto or fiat or something from the quantum, it's all about the thing that shapes us as human beings and individuals. Every single trace that we leave with our action during our life cycle. So I go back again to the topic of not being or being allowed to choose if you want to be a prisoner of your data. What we see now is double to 10 times, tenfold taxation by the banks. Taxes, whatever Evans said, they use my money, they don't pay me for it, etc. And then the biggest one, they use my data. And they don't even say a word about it. But banks are just a middleman. Why were they created? What made it for the Knight Templars in the beginning, starting building that ecosystem, and furthermore in 16400, and then furthermore, and then until our days? It's only one single thing, it's the trust. It's the trust, or the promise of trust, that one transaction that has one initiator and one receiver will happen, and they guarantee in between. Now, how advanced is the society and the technology that smart contracts could guarantee and be liable for a breach of the trust?
So
once we reach there, there'll be no discussions about is the elephant in the house or not. It's a natural process. Until trust creator in between, we shall be having a middleman. And currently the name of that middleman is bank.
So, I mean, this brings up an interesting question because right from the beginning when Bitcoin started, people were always talking about cut out the middleman, cut out the banks, cut out the central banks. We don't need them anymore. This is a trustless technology, etc. How realistic is that? Is that something where we're going to end up in future, that we don't have banks anymore, or so that this is just a transition phase, or are we always going to have banks? Anyone?
We have one thing to solve, the trust issue. Once it's solved, once it's guaranteed, once the algorithms work in a way that both sides feel equally happy or happy in one side of the deal, then there is the trust that everybody trusts. And that's the value creation. Then again, nobody will be talking about middlemen. That's the only single most important thing about the banks, about the insurers, about everybody. It's about the trust.
Evan, you seem to be...
I mean, you can only connect the dots when you look back, right? You can't really tell what's going to happen. But all I can say is that Bitcoin is the biggest example for this, right? You're seeing over time, people are turning over, where they're leaving another system, a third-class system. I have so much faith in cryptocurrencies. I have business in 30 industries. Crypto is about 20% of my time. And all my clients are an open offer, pay me in crypto, pay me 10% less. Because I have so much faith in it. But you can only connect the dots when you look back, and eventually you'll be able to tell. But
And you pay your bill, and then an hour later they say, you did pay me 10% less.
that's okay.
That's a joke.
So we're kind of running out of time here and got to close things off. If each of you just give in a minute your kind of key takeaway, where do you think this is going to go? Kind of crypto banks, traditional banks, or maybe no banks at all?
I think the building blocks are phenomenal. They're being generously given to the world by the geniuses behind them. They're infinitely customable. The thing that Bobby Lee said is the key for me. Is there a master key in the system? In our view of the world, yes, there is. There does have to be a master key. Only banks or our affiliated licensed institution will be able to print money in the systems that we can envisage, I can envisage, being able to print bank. But I think that and those evolutions will deliver value to customers by reducing costs, increasing opportunities. And one last little thing, don't forget, in the UK, we've pioneered, we're the first country in the world to mandate in law the banks are now required, as of May this year, CMA 9, they're now required to open up access to transactions at a network level for an organisation that can meet the accreditation process with the FCA. And that's not a big thing, it's a £10,000 thing, not a £500,000 thing. So we're doing a lot already, and that's it. Yeah.
Well, I think both will survive. I think along the way, the dinosaur banks will die, the ones that don't change and don't drive their costs down and don't provide their customer service. I think the new ones will only get sufficient market share if they solve the security and recoverability of the private keys and all these kinds of issues that we've talked about today. And there seems to be a lot of technology gaps that are already solved in the legacy world but need to be transposed into the new technology environment. But I'm sure that will be done by the people in this room probably.
Well, one thing for sure, fat birds don't fly. And I've recently invested in a company that is now taking, or actually took already, the top executive from Barclays. And it's a company that works giving solutions for something that banks can't. I call it the Robinson Crusoe paradox. Robinson Crusoe has two options, either to plow coconuts or to sleep. The more he plows, the less he sleeps. The more he sleeps, the less he plows. But banks don't understand this. Banks cannot fund Robinson Crusoe because they are not aware of the business model. They are not aware how this could work for Robinson. And when is he sleeping and when is he plowing? That's the economy of the new millennials, and this is the freelancing, etc. Banks are completely unable to understand the new models of business because they are one of these fat birds don't fly. Unless they change their whole perception, then we shall continue getting their best coming on the site where the companies where we invest. And then things will happen naturally. Because these bright, great, clever people, they want to see a bright new world. So this company that I'm talking about now just raised its valuation. I invested in 10 million, now it's 100 million for 4 months. Where else can we go?
Thank you, Plamen. Evan?
I mean, it's going to take a long while before we reach where there are no banks, but that's what I believe is the best version for everybody involved. I really believe in the distributed and decentralized world, getting power back to the people. And yeah, it's going to take a while. Progress doesn't happen in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day, but we are seeing progress, and that's a good sign. And all I can do is, not everybody can do is try to work so that they can make it happen faster.
How long do you think that, in your view?
I mean, to be honest, like for a completely decentralized system, I would say we're still more than a couple decades out. But I'm very happy to see the progress we're having right now. It's definitely a dent, and that's what we're going to hear.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure this topic is going to be discussed for many years to come.
Yep.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much indeed. So, in a teaser, if you like, to what's coming